Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Dowie playthrough where, well, we were going to be building up, but we appear to be being invaded by Chaos again. So, I think we've just had a second set of Chaos forces come in from the looks of it, because Archon the Ever-Chosen appears to be leading Chaos now, so I suspect I'm about to get forces pushing in from the north. So, yeah, we're going to get guys pushing back up there. We're getting second armies out at the moment, actually. Ooh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We want to be levelling this up. That's going well. We're going to start getting a second army out here. Oh, we want to get an engineer's workshop here. Strong is good. I prefer army-wide buffs, though, if we have them. We'll take the strong one. Grudges will be settled. We'll start with some iron breakers for him. That'll get him a nice little buff. Right, we've got some level ups. Oh, this is infuriating because he is fully leveled up. And yet, because... it's infuriating. So... let's get that levelling up.
Master of Runecraft.
You guys are going to hold there for now. Let's start throwing out some walls here, levelling you up. And let's push out a few economy buildings. Where's our other army we're building up? Just check what you're building. You're still good. Let's up your port to the top level because that's quite a nice buff. What can we get in Skaven Blight? Right, we don't really need this one anymore, so we're going to drop that to get another economic building out. And get another port going. Now, as we level up, we are going to be losing a few bits and pieces. So, we are going to be losing some income as we not level up, as we build our armies up again. We'll be losing some of that income, so I want to make the most of it while I can, guys. If the main Chaos invasion is happening, I'm actually going to rely on the Dwarfs to an extent to try and hold them off, because that's going to be good. Also, we've got another Chaos invasion there. I suspect there's going to be another set of fleets about, which means I'm potentially going to need to throw out some quite fast armies. However, the garrisons I've got down here are very good, so can potentially hold a few Chaos armies if needs be. Dwarfs are pushing north again. Oh, I need to get somebody to go there, though there is still a Beastmen horde around there. And wow, so there we go. So Belegar needs to start pushing north at full speed. We're potentially going to lose a few places to that Chaos incursion. It isn't the end of the world if we do. I would prefer not to, but the key thing here is fending off that Chaos incursion before it causes too much damage. Because unfortunately, I really am the front line, and I just zerged Belegar back down from where he was. If he'd been up there, I'd have potentially been able to dig in and hold him much better. So that is something we do want to be aware of. That's not happening, mate. What I would love is for those Chaos to go rampaging through the Dwarf lands there, because they'd send armies, they'd potentially lose a few, which might even get me a little bit of a nice chunk of words are failing me here, guys. It would get me a nice chunk of extra experience. It would give me a potential to potentially confederate the Dwarves, so they'd have to take a lot of damage for that to happen. Not happening, mate. This is the issue with being so overstretched like I am, guys, because I end up right down here when I need to be right up here.
What do you want?
It's too reasonable. They're not great. This doesn't look like Archon the ever chosen, however. Now, we do still have decent walls here, actually. How about up here? Here's not so well garrisoned, but even here is reasonable, so I'm not sure I could hold against 3 of them, but we'll certainly make them pay for anything they throw at us. Right, you can get some going through here as well. And let's get some... Can we get Bugman's Rangers here yet? I thought I could get Bugman's Rangers here. I should be able to. We need a drinking hall. Right, that's going to get knocked over. So you need both this and a drinking hall. Okay, so that's where I was getting confused. So you need this and that. Right, we'll just stick with normal ones for the time being, and actually we can get them through here because they will be quicker. Ooh. Just gonna stick with normal rangers for now.
Of Clan Borgrim. Armed and ready.
You can start double timing back this way. Here's gonna be okay on its own relatively quickly, actually. Right now, economy is king, because I need to be able to afford to push out these big armies. You can move down here, just in case. So I'll potentially need to build you up a bit. Okay, let's have a look at the High Elves.
I am the heir of an area.
We're becoming friendly with them again. I really do want to get a peace treaty with them at this point, because the second War of the Beard can wait. We can't level you up. I know this.
What orders?
Ooh. What are you doing here? You can go join this army.
Push them out.
And they can push up. So we're getting in a position. I want to see what Chaos are doing. Hopefully these dwarf armies are going to go push Chaos with the other armies up here. I don't mind if the dwarves take a bit of a battering. In fact, that's potentially beneficial for me. I'm possibly going to lose a few settlements, and the dwarves will annoyingly probably just go and cap them behind me. Obviously there's another big chaos incursion here, which the dwarves are probably going to deal with, but we'll have to wait and see. Next turn we're actually going to try and get the Empire and the dwarves rallied up here. We'll try and target one of the chaos hordes there. Because that's quite a powerful bunch of chaos coming through. Still not the end of times though. This is not the last chaos horde. We're unfortunately getting all of the bigger chaos hordes being thrown at us in one big lump here. So I've got a feeling as soon as these guys are out, we'll get the next set coming in as well. It could also be simply because I didn't destroy the previous chaos incursion quickly enough, and that can cause more to spawn as well, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, we will take your peace treaty, Mr. Mazamundi. This is the good thing, is the end times do push on. Even typical enemies do end up getting quite good alliances with each other, because you've got bigger fish to fry, basically. With the chaos invasion, you're worrying about chaos, and there we go. There are the fleets appearing. And that's why we're moving armies down to here. Ooh, there. Wow, those dwarves won. What? I'm beginning to think the dwarves are a little OP, guys. That was quite spectacular on their behalf, that battle they had there. You can just keep pushing up this way.
It is time!
Come on, let me select one of these guys.
An ad!
Sometimes these can be a little bit annoying to click. Let's send you after him.
King Louis Leon, let the supplicant come.
So?
Why are you not liking me? We'll send you after the same army if we can. Okay. Let's see if we can get some trade out here. That's good. That'll help push out our income a little bit more. Can we get a trade agreement with the other... Where is the other faction? We've already got that. Okay, so things are going reasonably there. You, sir, are infuriating.
What do you want? Come off. The Empire!
Right, what are we getting here? You need walls. You need to get built up a bit. We need to get the drinking hall going over here. Don't need quite so many drinking halls here anymore, that's for sure. What do we want as our second thing here? Let's go straight for this one because it's more beneficial than anything else. That is our money spent this turn. He's getting there, so he'll be able to help reasonably well in a few turns. You are still pushing north.
I'm going.
Now, I do know there is a Beastmen herd around here somewhere, so I don't particularly want to go here too quickly. We don't need this here anymore. We'll keep this guy here. However, I can get a gold mine here. I'm knocking both those over. We're getting a wall and we're getting a gold mine there. Why do I not have a gold mine there yet? Gold mine is a big buff to us, so that is something I'm really daft for not having. We can actually recruit a few more troops here into that army as well, so that's going to help us. We'll work out where this army is going to go. He's going to stay positioned centrally, and he'll push where needed. Ideally, I'm hoping in the north that Belegar can hold off that chaos incursion on his own. And then our new army will be able to deal, our new one here, as well as the other two armies I'm bringing around, will be able to deal with anything else. And if the dwarves keep doing what the dwarves are doing there, I'm not going to have anything getting to me in the bottom, actually. So I might be able to send another army up north. As I said, ideally what I want is one good army in each corner of my empire, because then I can use them as my bastions to hold my empire. So down here they're not going to be quite as quite as difficult, but up here certainly whoever's up there is going to be very much on his own, which might be. It's a good reason to have Belegar up there, but another reason to not have Belegar up there is simply because having Belegar involved in any of my wars is huge. So it's hugely beneficial, and at some point we are going to pursue the war down here and through Bretonia. We'll work out how we're doing that, but we'll potentially join somebody to do that, because that doesn't take us to war with everybody else, and then we'll trample all of that land. But certainly the Wood Elves are probably going to come first. They're too unpredictable, basically. And I do want to take out Lothan, but that's going to have to wait. And that's why I'm not sending a Lord out, guys. Because they have that little horde there. That's why I'm going to start building up my wall there, actually. Ooh! How are the Dwarfs doing that? I'm thinking the Dwarfs scare me at the moment. I know I'm Dwarfs, but the other Dwarf faction is scary, guys. They seem to be ridiculously powerful, actually. Which, I mean, I shouldn't complain about too much, because it's a good thing for me, but it's a little worrying when they are slowly losing happiness with me. So,
What?
right. First things first. Wall and gold, because I'll be able to generate a nice chunk of extra income from there.
True king. Onwards.
You keep moving. Oh, we've already got that. That's quite a nice. That gives us nice buffs, actually. I don't really need a lot of this stuff here anymore, because I've moved that somewhere else. You can get built up. You can get another economic building. We're going to keep this, because getting here to full growth isn't a bad thing. Up the walls. Always up my walls, guys. Because we've seen what happens in this campaign when I forget about that. What's better? That's better. We can get the other one somewhere else. And we'll get one of those once we can. Again, we're a little skint now, so that'll do for now. No, we can't do anything with you. That's going to get incredibly annoying, guys. Do I head him north? Nobody can do much. This is the tricky one, because where do I want him? It's going to take multiple turns to get him north, so Belegar, it really is on his own up there. We're going to keep sending him this way, just in case. We'll head him to Avonheim, nice and central, because then I can redirect him if needed. And what I can always do is I can always pump out a second army, which is full of... which is just full of regiments of renown here, actually. Which will give me quite a good, sturdy defensive line there, actually, if I do that. Especially on top of a garrison, so I might throw that out next turn, because then if the chaos do come in, it's going to be it's going to make it that little bit harder. We do have a lot of people pushing chaos now, so that is good. Sorry, if you just heard something rattle, I do apologise for that. It's a little toy for my, I'm about to have a baby, so there's a little toy for him on my desk, and I just picked it up, so that's what you heard rattle. Sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, it looks like the Chaos are getting battered already, so, that's actually quite a good thing. So I'm not actually going to do that Regiment of Renown thing I talked about. We're potentially going to turn Belegar straight back around, actually. If those guys get smashed by the If those guys get smashed straight away by the dwarfs, we're just going to turn around and we're going to push back into our empire and we're going to prep for our next war. I just need to work out where I want that to be. It's either going to be Bretonia or the Wood Elves, potentially both actually. The dwarfs got their butts kicked, so I'm doing the Regiment of Renown trick. Wow, Wood Elves are expanding quite powerfully. And actually that's a good thing, because potentially if the Wood Elves expand too much, it gives me a good excuse to go to war with them later on. So yeah, I do need to worry about Chaos then, because they are going to hit some of my towns, so we're going to pop a Regiment of Renown army out up there, which should give us a bit of defences. But they're at war with dwarfs as well, so that's not too much of an issue. Yeah. We will accept that with Nordland, who somehow ended up there. And we are being attacked by them. We might need to make a detour, because I don't want to lose there, actually. But I could potentially do something else to help there. We'll look what my defences are like there, because I don't think they're great. And that looks like it's quite a big horde, actually. Chaos have lost one army, but they've still got a few armies up there, so I can't really afford to just leave them. Time
to slay Oathbreakers.
They can hold for a few turns there against that. We don't actually have walls here, that's the problem. While it's got a reasonable garrison, there is no wall, whereas there is a wall in Prague. We can always do this turn and then do it again next turn. Where do I have that other Regiment of Renown recruited? Which naughty army still has one in it?
Iron-willed. For the wisdom of Valea.
With the garrison, that actually gives here quite a sturdy force. Hopefully the dwarves are helping me.
Beyond your comprehension. Onward!
Let's give you a coordination target of this guy. And let's do the same thing with the Empire.
So.
And with Nordland. And we are definitely sending this other army north now.
What? I'm leaving. Time for a reckoning. The throng agrees.
Once they've got them, they're going to push north straight away. I know it's not the best army, but it will do for the time being. How are you doing? You're going to start pushing straight north as well. Again, this isn't a full army, but it will do for the time being. Ah, that's annoying.
My axe thirsts for war. Yes.
Can't have been him. He's gonna go up, he's gonna make a quick detour to smash them. Belegar is on the way, so all I can do is hold them. If Belegar digs into Prague, there is nothing on earth which will push us out of Prague with that force. It's not the best force. It could have more top tier units in it, but it will hold Prague, especially with Prague's defences. There'll effectively be 2 full stacks there, which will be long enough for me to get all of my reinforcements there. And that is what I really care about at the moment. It's having the time to get myself into a position. The Dwarfs are actually dropping off a little bit here. We are gaining power on the Dwarfs. That's probably because I've been pushing my income up and building up better armies now, guys. Though the Dwarfs, as you can see, still have multiple stacks. I would not want to be going to war with them yet. We're at war with them at the moment. But even though they've got a lot more territory down there, my territories are mostly smaller territories. They do have some good economic buildings though, so certainly if I can expand out this way and capture all of this territory, I will at least be on a par with them. Okay, here it comes, guys. Oh! That ain't happening. So they have not sieged me yet, and that is actually quite telling. So they're not sure they'd win if they're not going straight for that siege, guys. So that's a very good thing for me actually there, because that means I'm in a stronger position than I thought there. It's giving me time to get my other armies up as well. The only issue is I don't want to maintain that army for long because it's damn expensive, guys. I also want to get my other armies sorted out. We're kind of bringing up half-formed armies here, guys. Now, let's see. We've obviously got the other little chaos guys about, most of whom seem to have been being battered by various people. And we'll see where all these guys go. I'm quite glad they didn't go for Karakajarak, because that is quite out of the way. Oh, let's take the War Fever for the moment.
Yes. It shall be done.
Cheeky save time.
Setting forth. Let us begin. Let us settle this.
That's an auto resolve. Easy auto. We lost the garrison unit.
To battle. Lunds air. Onward. Grudge bearer. By my hammer it will be done.
Do I press?
Seeking
yes.
vengeance. What? Revenge incarnate. I'm gone. We march.
Nice. So that's a good solid hit for us. Re-recruit the unit we lost. This is the really naughty thing you can do with Regiments of Renown. You can kind of cheat a bit. Oh, is this his last point? He doesn't really charge. Nothing really matters. We'll give him a bit more speed. Okay. So Belegar got up there fast enough, actually. You are going to, what's going to be our quickest way to do this?
My axe thirsts for war.
Which case, quicker doing it this way. I'm going to bounce up through the mountains to here to take them out. And let's do some upgrading. he can't level you up. We already know this.
Master of Runecraft.
He's still going to keep pushing north just in case.
Let us begin.
As are you for another turn, but you're potentially going to get turned around very shortly. And what we'll do is we'll mass here, and we're gonna. Well, the Empire at war with them as well.
It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
No. But they're also not allied with them, so who is allied with the Wood Elves?
King in the woods.
Me!
The mighty Deepwood welcomes you beneath its bower.
Not anymore. That might have been a bad thing for us to do just at the moment, but it gets it done. I'm going to take the public order buff. And turn. I like these public order buffs from JR's skill trees because it does feel a little OP, but it is something which the lizard men get, for example, and it makes taking nasty settlements quite good. So actually, once you've got 5 or 6 lords out with that, well, once you've got 10 or so lords out with that, everywhere is friendly. 5 or 6 makes it actually quite good capping other places. While there are probably better military ones, like there's one which gives huge buffs to Ironbreakers, which is much better militarily. It's not as good for your empire, actually. Certainly when you're taking territory, having that reduction isn't necessarily too good. Now, my main armies will probably always have the Ironbreaker buff, however, because yeah, I'd be silly not to. But yeah, no, so we're gonna squish the Wood Elves next, and get some territory there, and we'll work out a way. We're going to somehow engineer a war with Bretonnia, ideally without bringing anybody else into it and without ending up at war with the Empire. Now the other thing is I could offer to join the Wood Elves, but the key here is trying not to annoy the Empire so much, because while I could beat the Empire in a war, I don't want to end up in a war with both Bretonnia and the Empire at the same time, guys, because that would be tricky. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to keep an eye up north, see what happens, try and finish them off up there quickly. I'm going to keep an army up here, actually. We're going to get an army up here, then we're going to build it up with global recruitment, just so we have a very strong army up in the north. Oh, one of the Chaos armies is going the other way now. Still not happening, mate. So one of the Chaos armies has gone this way. What is the garrison at Karak-Jarak like? We don't actually have a wall here, and we're still having public order issues.
Ready. Belegar. Moving out.
Ooh.
You have my hammer.
There's a reason I'm sneaking here, guys. Because they could have been anywhere.
Time for a reckoning. By the grudge bearer's will. For the wisdom of Valea. Beards in belts.
Right, we are going to pause this one here then, guys, because we are now at 33 minutes. So, again, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope that you have been enjoying this. Just so you're aware, if you're watching this one as soon as it comes out, there might be a little bit of a delay on this one continuing, because this one's going to take... Well, it's my favourite campaign, so I'm definitely not stopping it, guys. Don't worry about that. Obviously, with Tomb Kings and the new Skaven Legendary Lord coming out, this one's going to be the one which has to take a little bit of a back burner for the moment. I will still be playing it because it's my favourite campaign. I love the Dwarfs. But we are going to be doing a Tomb Kings campaign. I'm not sure who I'm doing yet. I'm going to try and do somebody who's being less done by all the big streamers. I believe that's going to be the Exile. I can't remember his name. And I'm also going to be doing a Clan Rictus playthrough, which will be my first proper Skaven playthrough with wherever he starts. So we'll see how that goes, guys. I might do one in the Vortex and one not. We'll have to work that out. Play that by ear anyway. Anyway, guys, as always, Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this.